to defense, just not putting it away. Anyway, we're going to jump into this game now. Frontale FIFA against NYC Chris. It's Eusebio again. How many times are we seeing Eusebio pop up with game-winning goals, Mike?
The man has no weak foot as well. Who else is going to be able to do this for you on the pitch?
Unbelievable.
Sir confirms with me.
Obviously, we're just waiting for this game to get set up. You can see the two players here. Frontale, Frontale, Petito, Patuto. Whatever you call him, he's decent.
Who says Patuto?
No one. Someone probably does. There's Chris, NYC Chris. Been around for a while. I remember watching him get to the final. I believe it was in Canada, in Vancouver, a couple of years ago, FIFA 17. He lost, I think, to Castella in that
All
final.
that is correct.
Yeah. And he impressed me there, and he's impressed me ever since then. He's a gentle giant, very popular player on the scene. I think there's a lot of people, not just Will Pithers behind him from the City group, but also a number of people that want to see Chris do well. And this is his moment. Can he clinch it? 1-0 up.
We went on a mandate last night to Avengers.
Oh, yeah? Did you go and see Avengers?
I did see Avengers last night.
No
Chris
spoilers.
and I went. No spoilers, of course. I would never do that to anyone.
No.
Don't do that in the chat. Don't put that on anybody.
Okay, we're nearly into this game, guys. I'm ready for this. Mike, you ready for this?
Oh, I got that good energy, man.
Okay, it's 1-0 to Chris from NYC. You're seeing the teams just comparing each other's setups here. And are we seeing a back three from Frontale? Frontale. I'm going to keep changing the way I say his name.
I kind of like Frontale.
Until someone tells me how to do it. So we'll go with Frontale. Frontale is going with a back three. He's going energetic. He's pushing hard from the start. How do you feel about that, Mike?
I like it. It's obviously worked for him. You don't find yourself in this position if you haven't had success. And I would be willing to bet most of these guys don't play against three at the back too often. And it makes it where it's a bit of a matchup, maybe clash, or just you don't know how to go up against it. The only time you see three at the back in FIFA is when somebody's chasing the game and when they're in, let's say, YOLO-esque mode,
which isn't
with the
really
pressure.
It's only 1-0. It shouldn't feel like it's YOLO situation right now.
I think that's the standard at the three at the back.
You think he's always a three at the back man, which I like that a lot. I like to see the points of difference between different players and their identity. But it is Chris on the ball here, passing it around nicely on the edge of Frontale's box. Neymar with some space. He's got Hullet beneath him. He goes up to Patrick Vieira, who, of course, did manage NYC FC, the team that Chris plays for. That's beautiful passing, and Mbappe smashes it past the keeper. And Chris has taken one more step on the road to Madrid.
That is finger-licking good. That had everything you want there. The build-up play, the layoff, the finish, green time finish. It doubles his lead. Oh.
Mbappe with the goal. Frontale finds himself 2 goals down, and he's got a mountain to climb.
Clip that, put that on instant replay. That was just lovely.
Can Frontale do this here in the white kit, going right to left? 2 goals behind NYC Chris as he switches it over to Alexandro, not everyone's left back of choice, must be said. You see Nicholas use him quite a lot, and of course Frontale using him. And it is in a back three formation, so I'm guessing he's playing sort of left mid as opposed to left back. Hullet with a chance here, hits it on the edge of the box. Comes off his own player and just killed the momentum.
Yeah, back three often looks much different than people would assume when you see it on paper versus how it kind of performs on the virtual pitch. And I will say this, from knowing Chris's game extremely well, playing in EMLS, just playing against him over the last few FIFAs, he likes to cross. So if he gets an opportunity down the wing, he should be able to counter some of that three at the back as long as there's space for him to work with.
So if you look on the mini-map or the radar, at the bottom center of the screen, you can actually see that the 3 becomes a 5 when you haven't got the ball. And when you got the ball, it becomes a 3. And it's not working too well for Frontale right now as he's 2-0 down. And the problem with when you play 3 at the back and you go down is where do you go from there? You can't go more attacking. And Chris, though, could get another one here. Not greening that shot, hitting it straight at De Gea. Could have been 3-0 on aggregate. Goes short with the corner. Neymar trying to get it past the defender. Mbappe takes a touch from an offside position, I think. No, it's going back for a free kick. Okay. Chris is going to deliver this.
He's going to look to flick this on.
Hits it first time with Vieira? No. Goes to Eusebio. Pull it. Back to Eusebio. It's an adventurous strike there from Chris, which you can afford to do when you find yourself 2-0 up. But going back to my point, where do you go if you're 3 at the back and you're trailing? How can you get more attacking?
Well, it's the way that you play at 3 at the back. We don't see bodies just flying everywhere on the pitch right now from Tale. So he's still going with a bit of a slow build-up and spacing and so forth and so on. It's easy to adjust the tactics. It's kind of like in a 4-2-3-1. We see some players play very aggressive, others sit back and play passively. or there's the guys that have a little more balance and they play somewhere in between. You can choose how to play those formations.
So he can still change those custom tactics and put a bit more pressure on and get his players staying in the other half of the pitch if he wants to. But it's Chris with the ball right now, and there's nothing Frontale's going to be able to do if he doesn't get this ball back. Hullet with a chance here on the edge. He's going to strike it. He timed it nicely, but De Gea had enough time to watch it fall into his gloves. Now, can we see Frontale get the ball into Chris's half?
There might have been a little bit of a lack of respect there from Chris to take a long shot, opens up his body, finesse shot. You have a lot of time to move the goalkeeper. Maybe he thinks Frontale doesn't know how to move the goalkeeper well. Kind of a tester, a feeler.
Here's Frontale getting forward now with Ronaldo. He finds Hullet. Hullet finds Neymar. Alexandro. Can he play it back inside? He does. Hullet gets a lucky bounce. Shots! And there's a goal for Frontale. And let's go back a second. You said about a lack of respect maybe shown by Chris in taking that shot. Is it a lack of steel in seeing the games out? The thing that we've seen Chris be missing tournament on tournament. He has a chance to wrap things up and keep the ball. He tries a shot he probably shouldn't. Seconds later, Frontale goes and scores, and now it's 2-1.
I don't even want to put that kind of energy on Chris. I feel like he was a bit unlucky there. Kind of a bounce back from a pass, and Frontale does the most with it. And he equalizes in this game. He's only down a goal. No rush here. It's important for Chris to be patient with his build-up. It doesn't look like Frontale is bringing a lot of pressure. So we'll see if Chris is able to make something happen by the end of this half, or we could have an equalizer. We're back in business, anyone's game.
Yeah, I mean, I really want to see Chris now just take this game by the scruff of the neck and just game management for the rest of it, just to see it out, because he's got the lead, he's in the commanding position. But if Frontale can get the ball in Chris's half, he'll use that numerical advantage that the three at the back gives you to suffocate him a little bit. When he gets the ball, Chris, it does become a back five for Frontale, and you can see he has the ability to pin him in. He just needs to keep that ball.
And Chris is struggling to attack quickly. He's been very patient. But I think that's due to the three at the back. That kind of turns into a five at the back. Uh-oh, couple La Croquetas.
It's got to be a goal. There it is. Chris reinstates his 2-0 advantage, or his 2-goal advantage, I should say, making it 3-1 on aggregate. Better.
Very intricate. We saw the double La Croqueta. Kind of classic with the pullback. Double pullback, indeed. Off the post and in. Good luck, De Gea. Not today. And he re-extends that lead.
De Gea gets a hand to it, but he can't stop it because of the power of the left-footed Neymar strike. Pushes it in to his own net. So 2-1 in this second leg, 3-1 on aggregate to NYC Chris. And Frontale's got to do it all over again, twice, if he's going to get back in this game. He has the ball here from kickoff. And looking at some of Chris's earlier results in the Swiss format, he beat Elias 97 5-3. He beat Marcuso 6-4 in a great performance. He beat Lev Vinken 5-4. Big names, big wins for Chris in the earlier Swiss format. Frontale with a chance here, puts it back in the box. What a save from David De Gea, and how big a save that could be for Chris. He lost 7-3 to MS Desari. He lost 5-2 to Zizinho. He lost 5-2 to Sihan. So he actually was 3-0. Then went back to 3-3. Oh, what a chance again for Frontale. And finally won that all-important game against against Tomarco Gaming 7-1, then beat Roma Dami. So Chris almost threw away a 3-0 advantage in the Swiss format. Is he going to throw this one away as Frontale puts the ball in for the corner? Can he get a second go at it here? Good defending. And Chris just needs to clear it now, and he does just that. What a save that was from David De Gea just a few moments ago. 60% possession for Chris. 40 for Frontale. Vieira into Hullet. Hullet with the ball down the line, but he's going to go back inside to Varane. And to Neymar here, who's occupying a deep central position for Chris.
And we're seeing a little more pressure from Frontale. His players are higher up the pitch. Look where the attackers are. And even on the midfield, he's trying to push in and try to get some early, or some, I guess, good takeaways, more risky almost takeaways in terms of some of the positioning.
Just on the edge of half-time here. Can Chris get another goal to get himself even closer to a spot in Madrid? Mbappe closed down by two defenders here, and he can't get it out of that corner. And there's still a little bit of time for Frontale to attack, but it comes back to Chris. Back to Frontale again. Ronaldo. Good ball into his namesake, Cristiano Ronaldo, who runs the ball into space. He's got 30 seconds left of the half. Can Frontale get a big goal? Oh, that ball
clear it, Chris.
Not fall to R9. And that is the half-time whistle in this second leg. So 3-1 is the score to that man right there, NYC Chris, up against Frontale FIFA. 2 goals to score. Can he do it, Mike?
Can he? Sure.
Will
the real question is, will he?
Do you think he will?
I think Chris is going to see this out. I think we're going to have our third American joining the ranks. 3 out of 8's not bad. Good percentage to win the whole ship in Madrid.
That will be a
هو
real
بيكون
story
مختلف
coming
شوية
out
لأن
of
السيرفرات بتبقى
Manchester.
أقرب
Will be the North
ومفيش
American
تأخير طبعا.
dominance, you could say, in getting
طبعا
so many
بيفتحوا لك
boys
كل
through to the final 8. If Chris
اللاعبين
can do it.
الموجودين في
It's
اللعبة
like
واختار اللي أنت
Tex
عايزه.
was saying. His biggest surprise is Alan Avi.
Yeah.
Coming through.
كأنك بتلعب
number
أوفلاين يعني.
64 in the ranking. This was big for him.
Not anymore, he's not. He's going to be shooting up that ranking.
$15,000 in the bank. Got the trip to Madrid. Going to the Champions League game. And whatever he takes away
بالظبط
from
لما
there.
بتبعت انفايت لواحد
bonus. Maybe
صاحبك
he's
يلعب
even playing
معاك.
with free money.
We know that he's going to be playing against Nightwatch, a game that if you told someone before the tournament started, one of the final 8 games in Madrid was going to be Nightwatch versus Alan Arby. No disrespect to those guys, but you'd have been like, eh?
I agree with you. And both those players like that matchup. You talk to Nightwatch, he's like, yeah, I'm happy with Alan Avi. You talk to Alan, he's like, I didn't want F2 Tex, and that will work with me. I'm good with that.
So 45 minutes of FIFA time for Frontale FIFA in the white kit here to get back in this game against NYC Chris. That's a good tackle from Neymar for Chris as he finds Ruud Gullit. Goes to Mbappe. Back to Gullit. Not getting really pressed enough. He's had too much time to think about that pass. Gullit again finding space.
I'm expecting to see some adjustments with Frontale. Got to be by about the 60th or the 65th minute in terms of coming out of his box, so to speak. He brings pressure right when he loses the ball in the attacking area, but outside of that, he does sit back and he's sitting deep.
Yeah, he's playing a back 3 formation, but it looks a lot more like a back 5 because of the custom tactics he's currently using. Only now, when he gets the ball, do his wing backs start to get, or his wingers actually, start to get any real height on the pitch.
It's kind of like a 5-2-3, because the 3 players up top, they sit there, and that does give them counter-attacking options.
He's just got too much of a gap between them at times. And now Chris can counter with a ball down the right side to Ronaldo. Going to go out of play though, and Frontale gets the ball back. Oh, there's just a little bit of miscommunication there between Ruud Gullit and Ronaldo. Vieira on the ball here into Neymar. He's got Gullit making a run ahead of him, but he doesn't need to use him just yet. Finds him eventually. Gullit with the ball into Mbappe. Mbappe looking for someone. Can't find him. Chris, though, looking a little bit nervous on the ball.
Chris is counting those minutes slowly at the moment.
Cristiano Ronaldo into R9, into Neymar from Frontale. Can he get a goal? Mbappe can't get past the brick wall that is Sergio Ramos, and there was an offside in there anyway.
And if you're in Chris's position, it's about time to start holding the ball a little bit more. Build up your possession play. Make Frontale be more aggressive. Make him come out of, I guess, that back situation that he's set up.
Chance for Chris here. Mbappe on the left side. He's not in any rush to cross it in. Closed down by 2 defenders. Finds a fantastic pass from Ruud Gullit, who puts it into the box. Van Dijk is there to mop things up like a high school janitor. But that's a bad pass from Frontale FIFA. Luckily gets away with it. Mbappe over to Alexandro. Right, this is that wide midfield now. Come on, you can get up, Alexandro. You've got the license to attack. Sandro. You can see here. Can confirm Rafsu has eliminated Maestro, meaning all of the top 4 seeds, the big boys, have been eliminated. No Maestro, no Tex, no MS Desari, no Nicholas. They ain't going to Madrid unless they fancy a cheeky holiday.
And we haven't seen that in this FIFA season, not once. The big dogs always show up and show out for the most part.
It's going to be, I wouldn't say a new name, but an unlikely name lifting the eChampions League trophy in Madrid in a few weeks' time.
Everyone who's got a spot up to this point are regular faces.
Yeah.
We've seen Rafsu at events.
Not regular faces necessarily at the business end of tournaments, maybe with the exception of Joxan and Rafsu. You say Zazinho, Nightwatch and Alan Arby have really stepped up their game. And is there time for Frontale FIFA to do that? He needs 2 goals in 20 minutes. He's got the ball here up against Chris. Neymar in the box. Oh, he almost beat his man, then turned back again. And now every time Chris gets the ball, he can just slow things down.
Yeah, he's got to start putting a little more pressure on Frontale FIFA here. Chris doesn't need another goal. He just needs the ball.
And he's put it out to Mbappe on the left. He's got Ronaldo running off of him, but there's good defending from Sergio Ramos just to block that pass. Ruud Gullit in the middle, trying a long ball now, frontale, and it might work out. Great header back from Sergio Ramos.
That's a desperation heave from frontale, not a high percentage.
And that could be enough, you know. It could be enough. That pass could tell you that he might just have reached his capacity at the current time at this game. It doesn't feel like he can unlock the defence of NYC Chris. It has been solid, you have to say. A low-scoring game, 3-1 over 2 legs. But it's not necessarily about the goals, it's about the defending that's been stopping the goals.
Indeed, and I think going up against this 3-5-2 setup has made it more difficult for Chris to necessarily know exactly what he wants to do. What's the best way for him to hold the ball? How's the best way to see this game out? How's even the best way to attack? Where do I hold possession? And frontale's disrupt a lot of people in that way. I'm sure in terms of his results, a lot of it's been a little more unusual.
Great running for Eusebio here for Chris, who could finish things. Oh, and he greens the shot straight at De Gea, doesn't get the rebound. Now, can Frontale make this really interesting here? In the dying embers of the game, Ruud Gullit picks out Alexandro. Running down the left side. Tackle from Ramos is too aggressive. He misses the ball. Gullit plays it back to Sandro. Ramos recovers. What a physical specimen of a man Sergio Ramos is. Frontale gets the ball again. He has to do something now. And Chris gets it back. Mbappe. One more pass into that left flank. Oh, that's a bit rushed from Chris.
That's okay. That's fine. Regroup. The clock is ticking. He's got to get 2 goals in 5 minutes.
He's got to get one now. Sergio Ramos runs out the defence, finds Patrick Vieira, who finds Ronaldo, whose pass goes astray. And that could be it if Chris can just see this out for the next few minutes of FIFA time. Mbappe running down the left side. Fantastic defending from Ramos. It's really, I keep saying it, but it really has to be now. He has to get this ball up and quicker than this frontale FIFA if you've got any chance. Sandro on the ball, needs to play it. He plays it to Ronaldo. Van Dijk puts a strong leg in, and that will be it as we go into injury time. Chris has done it. He's going to get himself a spot in Madrid. He's going to make it a hat-trick of Americans in Madrid, which I'm sure the North American contingent of the FIFA community will be very, very happy about. Commiserations to Frontale FIFA, who's looking for a consolation goal here, but he can't get it. Ramos sticks a strong foot in, but Sandro gets up quickly. Ramos goes again, but it's still Sandro, and Ramos once more with the tackle. What a battle that's been.
And congratulations to Chris. It's hard to say someone doesn't deserve it more than him. He's at all the events, and this has been a breakthrough for him.
David De Gea is up for the corner. The Frontale FIFA, as it comes in, back post, what a header! Oh, wow! It's an absolute catalogue of errors there, but it's going to be too late. It's a consolation goal and nothing more for Frontale FIFA. But look at this header at the back post, cleared only as far as another player for Frontale to make it 3-2. But the whistle will go almost as soon as Chris takes this kickoff. So Van Dijk makes it 2-2, but the first leg sealed it with a 1-0 win for Chris, and he's through, and he's delighted. The big man erupts with joy, and he's going to Madrid. He's going to be one of the final 8 at the eChampions League finals, and he could still go the distance. He's got a minimum of $15,000 coming his way. It could be 100. We're going to see his name added to the final 6 there. We have 2 more names to add. But well done to that man, NYC Chris.